Leonardo da Vinci, artist, inventor, overall cool guy.
I'll tell all Kiwi when a few more people get here. Do carry on. Take that, Abraham Lincoln. Do carry on.
Greetings from the president.
Damn, he's just level 5. What the fuck?
Knowing is not enough. We must apply.
What's up, Red? Do carry on. Afternoon. Do carry on. Do carry on. Held message? I can't see a held message. Can you pop it in the mod channel? A screenshot of it or something? I'm so curious. Ah, was it weird?
It's not Firenze, but it'll do.
Oh, that's just a bot thing. Yeah, no. That's they either want your Discord details so that they can scam you, or they're trying to want to get my friends to come and see you. Means they're offering like a bot farm, which a lot of streamers use. Apparently, they use it in the first hour or something to build up numbers, and then they turn it off so it to try to evade detection. Splendid. Oh, the sex bot. God, yeah. Do carry on.
Let freedom reign!
Splendid.
Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art.
God. I started going to the gym again. I've been going for about a month, 3 times a week. Fucking hell, it hurts. First time back, the lad, same lad I had last time, good lad, put me through the same kind of workout I would have done previously. 2 days later, I thought I'd come down with the flu. I could barely move. I had no energy. I was fucking... Everything ached. It's called DOMS, Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness or something. And it's like having the flu. And when I told them that's what I had, they just fucking laughed so hard. So here's the thing, Red. That sounds awesome. But if you can, see a trainer first. And what I'm going to do is all the exercises they get me to do, I'm going to like make a note of what they were and what body shape and position you need to have, how many reps, what the set looks like. Because that way, I just think it's much better for you to have a good solid foundation of this is what this exercise is meant to look like. Because otherwise, you know, you end up doing your back or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, a lot of the exercises that you do, I always thought going to the gym was just get on the running machine, you lift some shit. But it's like, so here are the ones I did today. I did lying down straight bench press, which is the most obvious one. You lie on a bench, you've got the rack on top of you, you just grab hold of the thing, you lift it off the hooks, then you just do like 10 of those, put it back on, and then you do 10 calories on the exercise bike, which is like about a minute of reasonably fast cycling. Have a minute or two break, and then you do that 4 times, and he puts more weight on the bench weight every time, so it gets harder and harder. But by the time you've done the first sort of couple of sets, although it is difficult, your body is sort of warmed up and your muscles have got enough blood in them that you can lift more. And sometimes if it's getting too hard, they just lower the number of reps, right? So it's like, just good to know that that is what the set looks like. Do you know what I mean? And then I did, hang on, let me just see. Ooh, we'll take it. We'll look. So I did that, and then I did, what were the other exercises? It's one with a resistance band, and you have to hold it with your elbows tucked in. You just pull straight down 15 times. Exercise. No, and then plank for 20 seconds. Do that 4 times over. And then there was one where I had to do a deadlift where it's a really heavy weight. And you just, you bend over and get your hands, you just pull it up to your waist, and you keep doing that. Like 10 of those. And then
Do carry on.
These 2 big kettlebells on the floor, and you bend over so that you're sort of bent at the waist. You just pull them up one at a time to your hip. And then something called, I think it's Hungarian squats, which is fucking miserable. It's like there's a bench, and you put your back foot on it and your front leg forward, and you have to dip your back knee down to the ground, and it just pulls all the way down. It's so painful. It's so painful.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
And then, let me think, what were the other ones? Standing lift, where you get the weights on your shoulders, and then you just have to lift them above your head while standing. So the same barbell you do the sitting deadlift with, the bench press with, you do the standing bench press essentially. And then I had to do 10 calories on the regular exercise bike, then that again, then 10 calories on the nightmare bike with Bulgarian splits got fucking miserable. What else did I have to do after that? There's just like that. So you just repeat things like that. So you're just doing sets. But knowing what the set is meant to look like and everything, that's the sort of tricky part, if you like. Yeah, so it's just like that. The assault bike, yeah, that's right. So it's just all stuff like that. And if I was just left with the equipment, I would never have come up with this stuff. But by doing the different exercises, I don't know how to isolate this muscle or that muscle. So the Bulgarian split squat, you can feel it all the way up the back of your fucking leg. To the point where you're like, oh, this is working muscles I didn't even know I needed to worry about. Do you know what I mean? It is fucking horrible. Really horrible.
The canvas of my mind grows larger.
So for anyone that was here yesterday, I don't know if you remember, I had to run off. I streamed for like an hour and then I had to go. So what happened was, I was sitting in my office as usual, and I see out the road, there's a sort of road near me, people run down it, jog down it and stuff. And I could see 3 or 4 people crowded around someone or something covered with like builder's jackets, those donkey jackets that are yellow with the high-vis stripes on them. I was like, oh no, someone's dog. And there was a lady kneeling next to it, and I thought, oh no, her dog's been hit by a bike or run over by one of the workmen's trucks or something. So I was waiting for the ambulance to turn up, and they're looking, more and more people are gathering, and more people are looking concerned. And I'm like, probably not a dog then. So after a while, like, I was looking through my binoculars, as people know, and when the ambulance didn't turn up, I thought, look, I can go over there and I can pop the dog in the car. I know where the emergency vet is near me, and we can hopefully, you know, we can go and help her, and I can get the dog to the vet. It was not a dog. It was a lady who had fallen while running. She'd slipped. She'd landed on her shoulder, all her weight on her shoulder. Oh, this is a touch on. And had either dislocated it or fractured it or shattered her collarbone or something. And she was lying there. It was obviously really, really painful. She couldn't move. Like, she literally refused to move. Everyone was like, can you just sit up? She was like, no, don't make me move. You know, she was in that much pain. Which was horrible. And yeah, it's just one of those things where I thought, well, fuck it, I'll get my car, and because the ambulance was apparently going to take an hour and a half, because it was non-life-threatening. So she's lying, it was raining, she's lying on this wet grass, just in contact with the grass, and the jackets are over her, but she's getting really cold. And me and this other lad that were sort of trying to see how she was, I was like, I am genuinely worried she could go into shock if we don't get her out of the rain and on this cold ground. And he was like, yeah, that is obviously a concern. So then I said, all right, I'll get my car, and I will drive her to the hospital. So that's what I did. I popped her. Let's get rid of this and this, and let's get the catapult. That sounds fun. We'll drive her over there. So I get her in the car, and I'm chatting to her, and I'm trying to keep her conscious and everything. And she's in so much pain. Every time I go over a little bump or something, you know, she's crying in pain, and she's worried she's going to pass out. I'm trying to keep her talking. She says she's going to be sick. I'm like, don't worry. If you're sick, it happens. We get to the hospital after like a 20-minute drive, and I park just at the drop-off area, and I'm like, stay here. I'm going to go and get someone. Don't move. So I just leave the car. There's a nurse right there, and I say, can I just go in and get someone and stay here? They're not going to give me a ticket for parking here. Like, we couldn't get an ambulance. I've just had to drive this lady over. I don't know who she is. She was like, all right, go tell the receptionist. So we go in, and I say to the receptionist, I'm like, look, this lady is really hurt and everything, and hang on.
Let freedom ring.
And they're like, okay, how old is she? I was like, I don't know. I only know her first name. So, you know, we're talking talking about that. And then I have to get the wheelchair out there. And luckily the security guard is on hand. There's a security guard, and she helps me get the lady into the wheelchair. Then I wheel her into reception. And then they're like, all right, take her through to the resus area. So I'm like, oh, okay. And the guy's like, come on then. I was like, oh, right. So then I'm basically the hospital porter at this point. So I wheel her in, and they'll tell her what they're going to do, but she can barely hear. She's in so much pain. She's not really listening. So I'm explaining what's happening and basically acting like the translator for the hospital talking to her and her talking to the hospital. And I'm just like her corner man. You know what I mean? And then she was like, they were like, do you need to leave? I said, I'll go if she wants me to go. But if not, I'll happily wait here. And she was like, please don't go. I was like, no problem. I'm not going anywhere.
My masterpiece complete.
So yeah, that was like pretty nuts. And then we called while we're going in the car. She's like, with her good hand, she's trying to call people. She calls her company, her work, to say why she's not in. She'd obviously gone on like a run in her lunch break and just fucking beansed it. So I talked to her boss. I'm like, hi, my name's Ted, and I've got your colleague in my car, and I'm taking her to the hospital, and here's what happened, blah, blah, blah. And then I talked to her sister, and then I talked to her husband, and he was like, right, yeah, okay. Which hospital? And I tell him, he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be along as soon as I can. I was like, fuck it hell. So when he's on his way, she goes to get an x-ray, and I was like, well, I'm going to peace at this point. So I left at that point, and I haven't heard back from her. I gave her my number, and I was like, just let me know you're okay and everything, and so hopefully she'll be all right. Cheeky little upset.
Excuse me, sir.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. Looking back now, it was quite amusing.
Muntakus just resubbed for 133 months.
Grazie. Grazie.
Spend your gold.
Do carry on. Uh-oh, Abraham Lincoln is kicking my ass.
Behold, the crescendo!
Let freedom ring.
Juicy!
I don't know what, I think you can, oh, you can store stuff there. That's what that's for. There you go. Yesterday. This was yesterday. I just felt so bad, man. I mean, an hour and a half. She was in so much pain. Like, she was, like, almost vomiting with pain, and she was, like, crying and stuff. I was like, geez, an hour and a half. Like, I get it. I do get it. It's not... She's not bleeding. She hasn't got a head injury. Ambulance is like, look, we've got to go save people in potentially life-threatening situations. I understand. But do we just not have the fucking ambulances? I mean, that's the truth of it. We just don't fucking have the ambulances. Damn, he just heals so much. My guys just die. Ouch. My tank ain't tanking. We're dead. We're dead!
Juicy!
You're in my game? Well, you're gonna kick my ass, son. It's not even... the hospital is not that far away. They just literally don't have the ambulance and the staff. It's like... the cutbacks have been so fucking bad. And bearing in mind that it's free, so they're like... this needs to be better. So, Starmer got his arse beat because... first of all, I don't feel like he's a showman of any kind. He's the most boring politician imaginable, which I like. Now, I didn't vote for them because I don't live in a Labour area, but if it was a choice between Labour and Tories or Reform, I'm voting for Labour. I think he's steadied the ship in a way that none of the Tory PMs that came before him did. They all fucking made it worse. I mean, bearing in mind everyone's like, if Starmer goes, there has to be an election. How many fucking Tory PMs did we have? We didn't get one after any of them. They clung on for fucking years. Like, I don't understand people saying that Labour... he's a disaster for the country. There are a few things he's done that I don't agree with. For instance, the raising the amount of money you've got to pay for national insurance has actually been bad for smaller businesses, like really bad. But other than that, I mean, he didn't support the war in Iran. Fantastic. Big fan of that. He's seeking closer ties with the EU. Brilliant. Love that. In terms of the number of immigrants, why is everyone going after Starmer for this? He inherited Boris Johnson's Boris wave. 4 million non-EU immigrants came into the country in the space of like a couple of years. Why are we ignoring that? Why is he getting dragged for some petty ass shit compared to getting 5 million undisclosed from a fucking crypto billionaire? Why is it that the press will absolutely destroy you if you're not far right? If you're a far right politician, guess what? They'll fucking come out and back you to the hilt. Boris is our guy. Boris was a fucking cunt. Same with David Cameron. They were absolutely lining their pockets. They always do. They have no interest in making the country a better place or fixing things. All they want to do is rinse the public coffers to fill their pockets and their mates' pockets. If you don't think that's true, do your fucking research, as you right-wing nutters like to say. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. What are they meant to do? The thing is, people are saying, just shoot them. Round them up and shoot them. That's what I see some reform people saying. Send them back, as if it was that simple. Yeah, we should just opt out of all international law and just fucking put them on. How many millions of people are you going to ship abroad? How easy is that going to be? It's going to be impossible. It costs so much. But they don't want to hear that. That's just fucking... I know what I'm doing with Harambe. So yeah, I just think all the solutions that people have to this problem, why do they think reform is going to fix it? Reform is made up of the cranks that got run out of the fucking Tory party. How crazy is that? Do carry on. I mean, the lower birth rate is a disaster. And that's a global problem. People are not having kids. And, you know, some people wonder why. To me, it's pretty obvious why people aren't having kids. I know a lot of people that don't want kids. A, because of the expense. B, the uncertainty. And C, we've developed this system where you basically have to fucking work yourself to death. And then they're like, people aren't having babies. God, that's wild, isn't it? Who would have thunk? So yeah, I just think I feel like he's been a very boring guy, and because he hasn't promised ridiculous things, people think he's not doing anything. But I do think if you very boringly just look at the numbers, very gradually getting better. And after the shit show of this century to date, it's not gonna be a magic one fix. It's just not. And if someone like Reform gets in and they get their dream of privatising the NHS, if you think waiting an hour and a half for an ambulance is bad, imagine needing an ambulance and having to fucking sell your car to pay for it. Or just being fucking in medical debt for your entire fucking life. Having no ability to change jobs, because if you move job, you lose the insurance you have of that job, so you're stuck, which is terrible for the job market and terrible for the economy. All of this shit, people just ignore. I want easy answers. Fucking idiots. What can you do? What can you do? Just have a banana, mate. Oh, hello. That's what they want. And here's what would happen if they did it. They would sell off the NHS. We would make a fortune. Everybody would say, what a brilliant, brilliant move. And then the coming generation would be absolutely fucked. And all these old people that have all this money would not feel the effects. All the poor would. And you would end up with this massive two-tier system. It's shit. It's dog shit. I hate it. But, you know, what are you going to do? People are going to vote for dumb shit. Yeah, Palantir, I mean, what the fuck is that? The thing is, no government wants to be left behind in the AI race, right? They're all terrified of being left behind. Do carry on. So they're all signing up. It's really shit. The fuck, dude? The fuck? Dude, just fucking Napoleon boots me to bits. That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. I like all of these. It is kind of scary though, Red, I think, isn't it? I mean, is it not true that Palantir is going to be given access to NHS records? I think if your headline is misleading, you should be fined. How about that? The entire cost of the run of that paper is the fine. Do carry on. But why are we using Palantir for this? I don't want to. The CEO is related to Mosey? There's no way. Is he actually? That's fucking horrifying. Banana!
Dessert, sir.
Yes, it does. Leveling the shop is really good. So if you look at level 3 shop, you get the ultimate abilities, which are quite good. And if you get there quickly, you can start collecting them before other people, but it also dilutes the pool you get. Man, we're just fucking rinsed. What have they done to my beloved Harambe? Oh my god. We're going to be first out in no time. We're up against Tom Cruise.
Excuse me, sir, but it's time to goose.
Pudmund just resubbed for 54 months. Alan Turing vs Harambe, the ultimate showdown in history.
Grazie. In many ways, it is the ultimate showdown. Oh, he's got the drip. Thanks, Pood. Why is this highlighted? Oh, because I've got some. Oh yeah. Forgot about this.
Dessert, sir.
Do carry it. Yikes! Calm down, Mr. Turing. Need to upgrade my man. Yeah, I feel bad that I mean, the guys that are getting elected for reform are not politicians. And some people are like, well, maybe we need that. What I think is that Keir Starmer and those guys, a lot of these guys, the boring guys you don't hear from, they are politicians. The guys that are fucking flying all around appearing on TV shows are showmen. People like Farage. They're showmen. And all of his followers are insane. Did you not see this guy in Liverpool that got elected in the local councils? He's not a normal person. He's insane. He retweets constantly, like, all these conspiracy theories. Little upset. Like, a lot of the Reform councillors are hugely anti-Semitic, but all you hear about is that Keir Starmer is an anti-Semite. I don't understand how this is allowed to happen. The focus is just on all the wrong fucking people. And so I kind of, you know, gave up on whatever the fuck. Yes, Harambe! I wonder what my neighbours think when they hear that. Harambe? So then, you know, I've got young kids. Young. They're actually teenagers now, so I shouldn't say young. I've got kids. They're like pretty horrified for the future. Understandably. Oh shit. Almost well done there. If these were a bit better, we'd be Gucci. I made this for you. Yeah, a lot of young people are voting. I know a lot of young people are voting because again, they've got on the charge with Farage. What has Starmer got? He just looks like a boring guy. One of them is voting for your dad. One of them is voting for a lad who you can get cameos from. Do carry on. Big Chungus! Like, you can get, oh, mate, Nigel's so funny. He's a clown. He's a grifter. And they just can't see it. Man, what a shit build we've gone for here. I think maybe just having any of these things just to fill up slots might be the play. But you've got to spend a lot of money on Harambe. On the Harambe. I'm going to put this on this guy because I think we just need him to survive. Do carry on. See, he's just healing through all this.
Overwhelming.
I think maybe if our Warlock had any damage, things might have been different there. Okay, take that. Still in it, baby. We're still in it.
Behold, the crescendo!
The stone throwing statue is great. Look, I feel like a lot of parents out there don't give a fuck about their kids once they're adults.
Excuse me, sir.
I really do.
Time to goose.
Pizza Anybody just resubbed for 16 months.
Now, Pizza Anybody, we were having a discussion on the Discord this morning. Some people were in favor of barbecue pizza, and some people were in favor of other terrible things. I would like to know where you stand.
Behold, the crescendo!
Now we are talking. Just give me the fucking green lad. Give me this. I see. No, as in a pizza where instead of tomato sauce, it's barbecue sauce. Like, to me, when I get there are a handful of pizzas that I consider acceptable pizzas. Okay, there are. If you put pineapple, barbecue sauce, if you put kebab meat, you're automatically not. It's not a pizza, and you don't deserve to speak. There's a whole bunch of things where I'm like, what do you mean you put that on a pizza? That's not a pizza. I don't want any fruit on it of any kind. Uh-oh. Yes, take that. Take that, Nikola Tesla. Two juicies. Fantastic. Great. I haven't got any. No, so that is a style of pizza in Italy, where it's more like a big garlic bread, and if the cheese is good, and bear in mind they're not just Bosch and cheddar on there. We're talking like the very best of the Italian cheeses, like a good mozzarella or good fiore di latte, that kind of stuff. It's not for me. I like the tanginess of the tomato sauce. And I love pizza. I'm having pizza tonight. Uh-oh. Yeah, this guy's an issue. Oh, hello. Oh, man. They picked off my guy. That's not cool. They call it pizza pie in America. They call it a pizza pie. Found a place in Bristol where I went out for a drink with Ravs. And he was like, I was like, man, I'm fucking Hank Marvin. And he was like, there's a pizza place that's like a pub that does pizza. And it's like the American style where you go up and say, oh, give me a fucking slice of pizza.
I baked this for you.
Oh!
Juicy.
All systems go!
Deep dish is disgusting. Chicago pizza is not pizza. That ain't pizza, as John Stewart said. Like, New York pizza, it's not as good as it was. Because a lot of the pizza places are not run by first and second generation Italian immigrants anymore. No offense, they're run by a bunch of lads who've come up from Mexico. They don't know how to make good pizza. But there are still plenty of places to make good pizza. You can get a good New York slice. There's nothing like it. I'm telling you, it's fucking great. I grew up on that pizza. I love that pizza. And it's made by Italians. Who've now become Italian Americans. They've lost some of the, some of the greatness, but it's still good. Take that. We are clinging on. We have 10 health, but we're clinging on.
Juicy.
Excuse me, sir, but it's time to goose.
Rudy Dog 1 just resubbed for 72 months. Cheers.
I used to go there. I used to go to get a slice at the pizza place. They had Joust, the arcade machine Joust. Joust. Which is the maddest thing to make an arcade game of. It's guys riding around on ostriches.
Carry on.
It's like a side-scrolling duel where you're riding an ostrich. Damn, what the fuck was that, dude? No MMR chain.
Overwhelming!
Well, it's not, but the Horse Renoir, we didn't have the same number of Italians coming here. Like, if you go to Scotland, one of the things that, like, a lot of Italians went to Scotland. Like, Armando Iannucci, for example, is Scottish-Italian. And they opened pizza places, ice cream parlors. So it is funny to me that these are gelato places. Italians went to Scotland, the coldest place on earth, and were like, I think we open a Giuseppe. Let's open a gelato parlor for these poor Scottish peoples. They went to New York and they opened pizza parlors. Let's check it outside. I'm going out tonight to see some kind of Japanese drumming thing. It'll make Mrs. F happy to go. I'm not really interested, but it'll make her very happy. I'll have a nice dinner with her and go out and stuff. I am a very cultured man, Munchkins. I am. I saw Angine de Poitrine last night. I'm going to see a Japanese drumming display this evening. And then later this year, I'm going to go see Paranormal Activity, the play. Me and my youngest, who likes scary things and plays. I'm not a huge fan of scary things, but I'm going for her. Angine de Poitrine, one of the best live bands I've ever seen. Incredible. Had the whole crowd in the palm of their hand. Everybody was fucking loving it. It was such a hype gig. I was fucking jumping up and down. I was alone. I was just like, fucking, come on, yeah, like that. It was nuts. Apparently Louis Theroux was there. A bunch of other famous people were there. Because this is the last chance you're going to get to see them in London on a stage as small as that. But I was a little bit upset by how many people of my age were there and how few younger people were there. That's because the actual ticket price was like 15 quid, something like that, when they went on sale originally. Then they blew up, and all the touts came in and bought all the tickets and jacked the price up. We've got to do better. Not only are pubs and live music venues closing,
Excellent choice, comrade.
but the cost now is all
Capitalism won't
ramped
know
up.
what hit
Young
it.
people can't afford it anymore. I believe it's the big drums. My wife loves it. I am completely neutral on it. I will be there, and after a few minutes, I'll be like, this is fine. And then I'll just sort of just chill. Give him the old Sutton Hoo hat.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
Oh, new Marco vid dropped. Don't know if you guys saw it. Buttery chips. The comments are really funny because he picked up on all the things he says, and there you have it. It's as simple as that. Those are the two things he says all the time. And he salts like... He's so nuts. I don't know, the drum thing isn't expensive. It won't have sold out. Or it might have sold out. But the weirdest thing, you know, if you go to a play in London, or like a musical or something, the audience is such a weird mix of people. Like, it's a wild mix. If you go to see something like Shakespeare, it's quite a predictable crowd. It's like a very middle class and upper middle class crowd, and they're all very, you know, reverential. But you'll also get some people that are almost like the sort of people you would expect to see at Disney World. Well, that didn't work at all, did it? Meep, 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 meep.
You need a really nice, robust tart. What we're looking for is a really nice, broad, the most popular bird in the country. Flexible body, semi-firm breasts, but quite bouncy.
I'll show you the Marco vid after this match. It's very good. Go on, you crazy bitch. Yeah!
One step closer to the revolution.
He said that to the Queen. Her Majesty. Her late Majesty. Her Majesty. That's a hell of a way of referring to someone. Your Majesty. Saw a thing today about the word innocent. And that guilty is considered the opposite of innocent. But the actual opposite of innocent is nocent. Because innocent means not innocent. If you know what I mean. So you should say that if someone's done something bad, you should call them a nocent rogue. Fuck yeah, take that, Xerxes. Bin. Karl Marx here. Xerxes, bin. Meep, 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 meep.
A modest expansion for the common good.
It sure is. I mean, I'm in the game. You may have heard the announcer pack. I got paid a pretty penny for that. They gave me some gold in the game that they gave to everyone else that took part in the tournament. I received nothing. I am also the first tester of the Relic Arena tooltip extension, which you can use if you're watching on Twitch. It should work for you.
Do carry
Ow! Oh, we almost fucking got him. Meep, 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 meep. Right, we'll take you. Have I got some relics for you, bud? I'm going to give you a bow. And a jaguar claw. Jaguar claw, as the Americans would have it. Meep, 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 meep. I'm going to sell this. Hello, Shalom. Inflammable, who knows why that is. I don't know why they went with that. Let's just make them mean the same thing. What about unflammable? Not a word. No, if it's not flammable, you have to say it's flame retardant or fire resistant. Non-flammable? Maybe? Ah! The toilet is fucking funny. Improvised is provised. Impossible is possible, so that does make sense. So if impossible and possible are opposites, and improvised and provised are opposites, then we should have inflammable and unflammable. Oh, first loss for a while there, Mr. Spare Change. Looks like communism is working.
The manifesto sharpens.
No, because uncertain would be the opposite of certain, wouldn't it? Or uncertain. Look, here's the rule for English. If you don't know, you just have to look it up. You just have to look it up. Lasting influence. Nyah. Nyah. Went there, bought the t-shirt. An original copy. Yeah, there's a. I think they call them something like contronyms. Ouch. We got zerxed. Ouch. Anything that reduces healing, good. That's what I'm saying. Can't pay would take it away. A nation of bailiffs. You could make a fucking vid about this, Spiff, my boy. They did nerf Harambe the night before, because he was busted. But there is definitely a build in this game that would be fucking broken. You just need to find it. Because the game's just come out, so there's going to be some busted shit. And the game's free. I know that's a consideration. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because the leaders, some of the leaders' abilities are busted. Because Harambe, the gorilla, you get bananas, and you can, if you max Harambe, the bananas are free in your shop, and every time you get 6, you can get a buff on one of your guys. And the legendary buffs are so broken. No, they changed Harambe, but just making the things that he can get slightly worse, because they were so stupid. Toilet! Do we leader or do we shop? I think we leader. I think we leader.
Smash the old world.
We'll leader and we'll shop next time. She doesn't need attack speed. She's about the spells. She's about mortars, boomerangs, toilets, and then the fact that every time she uses a relic, she gets mana and relic power. Dick's out for Harambe. God, that was a meme, wasn't it? Dick's out for Harambe. I don't know if you would have liked that. Because it looks like a banana. You know what? What a simpler time. People's concern was a gorilla.
Brilliant! Brilliant! Capitalist fears his level of inventory.
I am your gold.
Oof.
Do carry on.
I think it does have the chart. Oh, he's got the live forever shit. Oh, close. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. When did Brexit go through?
Do carry on.
April. Oh, so the referendum was June, actually. And then Donald Trump won the election, didn't he? So I guess maybe there is a chance.
I am the revolution!
The Harambe was the decision. The timeline.
Let freedom ring!
I knew it would go through. listen, British people, for all their good and for all the fact that I do love my country, we are deeply, deeply, deeply xenophobic because of that water. Because we've never considered ourselves part of Europe. We've never considered our neighbours to be like our friends. It's always just them over there. And if you live in like Switzerland, you're surrounded by other countries. You're used to having close neighbours and close relationships, all right? Throughout history, you're probably used to getting invaded a fair bit as well. But you can say that about anywhere
Do carry
that doesn't have a bit of water between it and somewhere else. We're a lot like Japan in that regard. They're not big fans of foreigners either. Meep, boop, meep, boop, 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 meep, boop, boop. Haven't got any ultimates apart from... No, actually, we haven't got any ultimates. The ultimates, I do feel like...
Do carry on.
they're good, but I think they're... Being able to do shitloads of right-click is also really powerful. This guy is kicking our fucking ass. Holy shit. I think he's got loads of
The
supers and
old
stuff.
order falls now.
Juicy!
The old order falls now.
Juicy! Do carry on. Back to the colonies with you.
It does make it harder to get the juicies, and the juicies are good.
The means of consumption have been expanded.
Juicy!
What does this do? Wow. Oh, really? Let's try it.
Do carry on.
Holy God Almighty! The toilet is never not funny. All right.
Juicy.
Just need some more juicies.
Let us seize the moment, comrades.
Juicy.
History is on our side.
Good heavens.
Spend your gold.
Do carry. Good heavens. Brilliant. 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 Brilliant.
Keep crying, Beethoven, you fucking bell end.
Behold the crescendo. Let us seize the moment, comrades.
Good heavens.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 juicies.
Do carry. Juicy.
Wow, he's not doing much, is he? It's basically all her.
Juicy. Do carry.
She's dead. Don't do it, Dong!
Top 4. Quite soft.
Oh, damn. Damn, he jumped us. He jumped us!
Burn the heavens.
Juicy. Good heavens.
The revolution arrives at full force.
Good heavens.
All right. Oh, man. She just teleports away if she gets below certain health. That's pretty cool. Meep, 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 meep.
Do carry.
No! Oh
A
my
fine
god.
day for the revolution.
Damn.
Juicy.
Oh, we got some MMR. Ha. Sigh. I've wishlisted so many games, and every time I go to look at them, they've been really badly received. .007 First Light. Earn the number 007. First Light is a thrilling espionage action-adventure game from IO Interactive. Follow James Bond as a young, resourceful, sometimes reckless recruit in MI6's training program and discover an origin story of the world's most famous spy. This sounds pretty good. Gaelic Football Laocra, which is a Gaelic football game which comes out later this month. City State Metropolis, which supposedly comes out in Q2, which is this guy's attempt at building a city skyline defeater. That comes out later this month. Space Scum, which I added, but which I'm not hopeful for. It's sort of like Battle Brothers, but in space, and it's just not that good. Better Than Dead, mixed reviews. Well, that's going to come off then. Amber Spire. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Island Tiles looks kind of quiet. Die in the Dungeon looks okay. Walk of Life 1.0. Weird looking game. Next Patient, which is a... Oh. So this is basically an actual rip-off of Papers, Please. Like 100% rip-off of Papers, Please. I might get that. 83, an FPS. Cold War FPS. What's the mixed reviews about? There is no one playing. This game is dead in a couple of days. It was barely ever alive to begin with. Price is too high. There's currently 2 maps and player count is already below 50, so it's dead. And it's a £25 early access Cold War shooter. Well, that's coming off the list then. I do feel like really fucking bad. Subnautica 2? Do you mean 3? Because there was already a Subnautica 2, wasn't there? Am I going crazy? It gave me motion sickness. I loved Subnautica. It was one of my favorite games ever. Below Zero was 1.5. So the problem with Subnautica 2 is it literally gave me motion sickness. The first one didn't. The second one did. I don't know what they changed. But I loved that game. That feeling, the first time you go... Because initially it's just like, you're on the surface. There's a couple little tunnels that just like, they loop around. Or it comes down to a cave. You gather some stuff and everything. And then suddenly you keep going. And it opens out. And you're in some vast chamber. Genuinely exciting. That is genuinely exciting.
Nikola Tesla, yes.
Not Edison.
Never Edison.
I mean, I feel like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't if you're a game dev. Like, Slay the Spire 2 is the same as Slay the Spire 1. The only thing they added was the multiplayer, but there's really no difference, is there, between 1 and 2? Darkest Dungeon, totally different. People hate it. Oh, I need to play Kingdom Come too. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The only thing it's missing is Gwent. I want another Witcher game. I fucking loved Witcher 3 so much.
Do carry on.
I've got quite a busy week, so I can't start it this week. I have to take my daughter to the orthodontist, and I have to do a speed awareness course tomorrow. So there's no stream tomorrow. Then I record on the podcasts on the Thursday, so it'll have to. I'll have to be doing stuff on Friday.
I've built machines while others built fame.
Yeah, I know. I was 9 miles over. I was 49 and a 40 because I thought we'd already gone from 40 to 50, and I was just early. I was driving down to it was driving to Birmingham actually for the Birmingham Dirt Road event.
Do carry on. A tidy run, that. Our workshop grows.
Red, I'm fucking with you, bud. Like me and Joe and all the lads there that play Dota, we just sort of stopped. I just don't enjoy the current meta. I think they've taken away a lot of this stuff that was like fun and kind of slightly goofy. And I'm just like, you know, alright, I get it. But it's just, I don't know, I watch it and I play it and I just think, geez, it kind of feels like just a bit procedural and boring. I'm not having fun. It's a real shame. Oh, ability draft is fine. We enjoy that. But I just feel like a lot of the games, I don't know. It's just something. You know when they brought out all the facets and everything, and you had that period where you were like, oh man, have you tried right-click lion? It's really fun. You go in there and you do this and you do that. It's really goofy and you build this and like, oh, Witch Doctor, if you get this, it's really fun. You do that. I feel like they were like, no, bring all that down. We can't be having that. And it just kind of took a lot of the fun. I feel like there's a lot less potential for really silly, goofy builds. So yeah, it's just I don't know. There's something off with the current form of Dota that just leaves me, sadly, a little bit cold. It's a shame. And I fucking love Dotes. I mean, a lot of people have. They're presumably working on a new Half-Life, which is the rumor that people have been spreading around on the internet. I don't even know if that's true. But yeah, like Ice Frog has dedicated his time to Deadlock now. Like I think he's given God what 15 years to Dota. Maybe he's just done with it. I don't know. The team can't be big. Man. Well, I suppose people's frustration, I think, is the number of times that we've been told we're going to do a patch a week. Do you remember that? That lasted about a month. And then they were like, we're getting rid of the Battle Pass so we can do more cool stuff. And then it seems like the stuff that they do is so far apart.
Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence.
Just like, alright,
Full of conformists.
you stopped doing the Battle Pass, which people fucking loved. I loved the Battle Pass. Because it gave you a reason to play, and to play certain heroes. And it changed the meta up. It was really good. Crownfall was great. But the Quartero thing was just like, it was boring. Like, the sets weren't the one. Like, I was just like, I don't want any of these. And I'm just grinding for things I don't want. I liked the Crownfall thing, was like, I have to pick Enigma. Okay, yeah, so the drafts were mixed up and... It was fun. I think they've lost something. It's become much more rigid again. And the stuff they're updating, I just don't think they've got the manpower. They clearly just don't have the manpower, eh? If they have the manpower, where's the stuff?
These new tools should come in handy.
I mean, I think, certainly the people that I know, the thing that they liked the most was the sort of, what is it called? Vampire Hunters or something? That style where you run around, have to kill the bosses and... I mean, they've got the Steam box or whatever it is, Do carry on. Deadlock. Hopefully a new Half-Life. I just think that... And CS is like... doing great, so I think they just kind of focused on that at the moment. Counter-Strike is like in a really fun place. I'm loving Counter-Strike at the moment. The new version is really cool. A tiny run, man. So I just think the manpower's there. That was an old game at this point, you know. I'm not saying I don't understand why they've done this. Ah! Fuck. Do carry on. I mean, I'm just saying, everybody's just been talking about Half-Life 3. It must be happening. There's got so many people working there, they can't all be working on Deadlock. Just saying there's a chance. Oh, this is a touch unsporting. There is a chance, isn't there? I'm the voice of one of the announcer packs that I was told to equip by Suns Fan. It's just the Gentleman Announcer pack. He told me it's the second most popular thing on the store after... Do carry on. That. Now this is proper form. I get no money. I don't get anything. I just did it, you know, my mates helped them out. We're top of the leaderboard. This can't last. Since we're not losing rounds, let's focus on leveling up Nikola Tesla. Was he such a big influence? People talk about him a lot. Do carry on. What did he actually do that was like a big deal? Oh, do behave. That's it? AC electricity?
What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics.
AC current was a biggie. He was only... It killed him. He was 86 when he died. In 1887, he developed an induction motor that ran on an alternating current, a power system format that was rapidly expanding in Europe and the US because of its advantages in long-distance high-voltage transmission. The motor used polyphase current, which generated a rotating magnetic field to turn the motor.
Carry on.
This innovative electric motor, patented in May, was a simple self-starter design that did not need a commutator, thus avoiding sparking. He didn't invent AC. Looks like he just made something that used AC. Tesla coil, what's that good for? He fixed the AC. Fair. Fair. Oh, hold on. Hello? Why would HMRC use an American text-to-speech? Where's the guy who invented the glove? I'd like to shake his hand. Wait, no. There's a better version of that. What's a hand? Who's the guy that invented the what's that buzzer called? The zap buzzer. Who's the guy that invented that prank buzzer? I'd like to shake his hand. There's a fucking Tim Vine style joke for you. Who's the guy who invented the joy buzzer? I'd like to shake his hand. There you go. There's a joke for you. I think that's better than anything Nikola Tesla ever invented.
Do carry on.
Meep, 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 meep.
All systems go!
Behold, the crescendo!
Juicy!
Now let's see Edison's Tesla coil. Very good. Very good, Axel. Very funny. Very relevant. Meep, 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 meep. Juicy. I've got several comics I've got and I just haven't read.
Do carry on.
Here's a book. This is a fun book. Unbuilt. It's an architectural book all about mad shit that they never built. There's a building they never built. Look at that bad boy. But they thought about it. It's things in here are things like the fact they were going to put an airport on top of King's Cross. I say airport, it was really more of a landing strip.
Power overwhelming!
Right, now we get a Tesla coil. Each alternating current. Very good.
Juicy.
Here's another book. It's not Zen at all, no. This is a copy of a huge compendium of a comic called Nam. It was a Marvel comic about a bunch of lads in Vietnam. It is actually pretty good. And I bought the collected edition because I used to read this. This used to be, when they first printed the Punisher, Marvel printed the Punisher over here. They did it in a larger broadsheet format. And in it, there was the Punisher, Nam, and a terrible RoboCop comic. Possibly one of the worst comics ever made. It was certainly one of the worst drawn. Yeah. I'm reading a book called I'd Live a Passes in Beijing, book written by a guy about his own life about the terrible job market in China. God, yeah. Well, you should watch, what was that YouTuber that we were watching for a while? Kang? What was his name? Chinese lad, he's just sad and lonely. He's like, I went out at 3 a.m. in China. There's no one around. It's like that guy. His entire job is he goes to the cafe, does work for like 2 hours, then spends his whole day cooking elaborate lunches and little else. Oh my good God, Beethoven. Bro. Chill. Alright, that wasn't fun.
I am your gold.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. What was his name? Zaza in China. His videos are really depressing. He has videos like numb, alone, can't stop, no talking. I went out alone at 5 a.m. in China. It's a different world. Trapped. I went out alone in the rain. It was a mistake. Alone. Being alone in Hong Kong hits differently. Stuff like that. That's all his videos. He just makes... Like, he's complaining about the fact that he doesn't have any friends. And he just spends days where he doesn't talk to anyone. But he lives in a house share, and him and his housemates don't speak to each other. He said it's not uncommon in house shares with young people in China that you just don't speak. What do you mean it's not uncommon? You just don't speak? Yeah, you just don't speak. Oh yeah, I probably should have gone shop tier up, but it's okay. Oh, it is only cost 1. Oops! I always forget about the shop.
Do carry on.
I'm an amateur. I'm a rank amateur. I don't have a build order yet.
Jump forward.
Take that, Xerxes.
Don't hoard gold. Need invention.
Down to top 4. We've got the most health. There's a chance. There's a chance. I mean, I've never really house shared. I've had other than university. Like me and Mrs. F were, you know, we were already a couple. We met when we were 18. We've been together ever since. Like unbroken period of time. So we did a thing where at university we lived in a student house, you know, student accommodation. So that was a house share. But it wasn't like we had a shared kitchen. We had our own kitchen. And then in the second year, we got a little house, just the two of us, which was lovely. And then we didn't have to, again, no house share. And then in the third year, I was living with relatives. So yeah, it just wasn't. I've never had to be the lad on his own having a house share. If you know what I mean. I mean, certainly everyone I've ever lived with, I knew them, so it wasn't quite the same. The student house I had, we had our own room. We did have a shared kitchen, so, but it's a student house, you know. We just fucking drank and watched TV. Uh-oh. This is trouble. Ouch. It's just the three of us. So top 3, I'm happy with that. I'll be honest with you. I'm quite happy with that.
Juicy.
Wouldn't mind getting... We've got quite a few things where... That's one. We just need one more thing. And the Titanic as well. Can we survive one more round? Maybe. Maybe.
Do carry on.
We're still in it. We're still in it.
Juicy. Juicy.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I think we're gonna... I think we've already basically moved back to this era. Home ownership was not...
Do carry on.
the classic way that people lived in big cities. Like most people would rent, right? And a lot of the world, that is still the way it is. People don't buy in a city. It's a lot of rentals. So I think maybe we're just going to move back to an era when people just don't fucking own houses. They just, it's all rentals. You're not going to own anything, really. You're not going to own games or anything. It's all just rented. Yes!
Juicy. 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 Do carry on.
This endless stream of rocks is unbeatable. I forgot how good it was.
Juicy. 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 Good heavens. Do carry on.
GG.
Just
Second!
an early version.
Yeah! 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 Hell yeah! Acolyte 2. Let's go! Not bad. Anyway, I am so tired. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.